Hello there, my fellow Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions global players, and welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Dabbage, I am on your side and you can trust me. Today we'll be taking a quick look at the Japanese 1.5 anniversary banners and anticipate and speculate as to what we can expect from the generous and trustworthy company that is Gumi. They deserve our money and support, so it's only right that we go over each banner, and especially the paid visual options. So let's first take a look at week 1 of their 1.5 anniversary. On week 1, they received quite the plethora of banners, so let's start her off one by one, shall we? Let's start with Classy Glaciela's one free pull every day for 10 days, one guaranteed UR unit or card. And with that, she's included. Now, there is the possibility that she won't be included within this banner for our 1.5 anniversary. There's quite the possibility that instead we'll get Zazan. Who knows though? We're not able to see into the future. We're also not Gumi, but who knows? They may be generous and give us delicious Daisy in all her dress-up glory. Follow that banner, of course, there's her actual standard banner wherein you get the medals for her, and at the UR gauge, she has a 10% drop rate. From there, we have the the level 99 UR unit banners. 3 steps. It costs regular visual, and step 1 gives you 1 guaranteed UR pull, step 2 does the same, and step 3 gives you 1 random level 99 UR unit. Oh, let me trace myself back. I seem to have skipped over the paid banner variant. So, step 1 of this paid banner 3 times 2000 UR banner. Step 1, you select 1 unit. Step 2, you select 2 times 8 unit shards. And step 3, you select 3 times 8 unit shards. This does not include 100 cost units, mind you, so don't look forward to getting something like a Black Rose Helena, King Mont, Gilgamesh, or Super Stern, as that's not going to occur in any capacity. However, new units such as Charlotte and Luelle are on the table, both of which may be vital in the coming weeks with the Japanese or global meta. So do keep that in mind, especially Charlotte if you pulled for Cloud. Moving on to the banner I was speaking of in regards to earlier. So, the regular visual banner variant is a level 99 UR banner, wherein you get 1 guaranteed UR pull, another one on step 1 and 2, and then on the 3rd step you get 1 random level 99 UR unit. So this is great for newer players, as is the previous aforementioned paid banner variant, because step 3, while it can yield a unit that you already possess, you obtain a certain amount of sebs and shed, a certain amount of shards instead when getting it, and of course there's a bunch of goodies that come alongside each step. So for newer players, what the strategy for them would be to, if they were to be so inclined to give me that money, as is this norm, they would want to pull this regular visual banner first for 6k, get a unit at their random choice, and then do the paid banner so they can select 1 unit. Then, we have of course a wonderful and lovely paid banner for 5 guaranteed URs, both vision cards and characters. This one, as you can see, features K-Malt, so that means that 100 cost units are on the table. You can re-roll up to 5 times. If that's not generous, then I don't know what is. So, your chances are definitely up in the air as to what you can get and what you can't get. Who knows, maybe you'll be lucky and hit it rich. Maybe you'll be unlucky and you won't. But either way, I would suggest with this banner to stop at least at something that you would find satisfactory. From there, we have another paid banner. 5 guaranteed UR units, plus 5 guaranteed UR cards. You can re-roll it once. Another instance wherein if you catch it big, you might just want to hold on to it. So if you only see 1 unit or 1 vision card that you want, you may not want to hit that retry button, as opposed to the previous banner where you can retry 5 times. Don't test your luck too much. That's my personal advice, and that's how I go about things. From there, we have other UR banners. You have, for characters, a regular visual variant, which guarantees 5 UR units, and a paid visual variant, which guarantees 10 UR units. Now, the thing about these aforementioned banners, if you can't tell, the star icon seems to be missing. Now, if that's intended, I can't say for sure, but I'm not seeing the star icon, which indicates whether or not you'll get stars for pulling on these banners. So that being said, If you were to get 5 UR units, it's not guaranteed that you get their unit shards as well. You'll get the, if you have an excessive unit, you'll get the UR unit tokens, but not necessarily the stars. And we've come to grow in love as they assist us with building our units. There's also going to be a variant for UR cards as well, so if you're feeling yourself lacking in the Department of Vision cards, as I was so smart enough to do early on, well then this is your chance to seize the day. From there, we have our lovely and always sought after shard banners. This one I'm 100% sure will not have the stars involved in any capacity. However, same situation applies. There will be a regular visual and a paid visual variant for both. With the regular visual, you can expect 50 unit shards and 25 VC shards. For the paid variant, you can expect 100 shards and 50 VC shards instead. These are not rerollable, so what you get is what you get. Another banner that's also good for newer players, as they can play catch-up as it were. You can either strike it big, or you can strike it not so big. The aforementioned guaranteed UR unit and UR vision card banners are also not reloadable, only the ones that are once and paid. And that's for week 1. Now, what can we look forward to in week 2? Potentially. Well, they introduced a card, the solitary, what was it, the Encounter of Heroes, right? Global already has this card, so it's a high possibility that we'll see another card, which may be Fravia's special card, in place of this one. Then, we have a bevy of limited unit banners, where there's going to be one paid banner where you're guaranteed one UR related to seasonal comment at step 3. Related to seasonal content, my apologies. Summer's of course not included, but who knows, maybe Global may change things up and add them into the pool. Time will tell, and we'll find out come the 1.5 anniversary. But ultimately, as you can see, our beloved Ryu and his wonderful TMR will be included, and I do hope that with these banners comes the EX variant of our winter units, which we've wanted for the longest time. Mainly Victorian Glacier Marshalry, as we can see here. I personally am looking forward to EX Venera and EX Victoria winter variant. There will also be another paid banner, speculatively, with 10 times 80 unit shards featuring lightning units, both MR and UR. And then from there will be banners available for 2 weeks for both Marshalry and Ramada holiday variant, Victoria and Venera holiday variant. We may not get this one as we already have Valentine's Villia, but who knows what they may replace it with, right? We may not get this banner altogether, we may get it, who knows. But ultimately, moving onwards, we will also see a banner which features Halloween Leela, Halloween Raryu, and then the Witch's card. Exorcist, I'm sorry. So, these two, this banner, as well as this banner, these are definitely banners you want to invest some time into. Xmas Marshalry, she's rather good. Xmas Ramamama. Xmas Ramada's nothing to write home about. And this is a card in Global that is not limited, so we don't have to worry too much about that one. But by far, you do want to seek out this banner featuring Victoria, Venera, especially Victoria, especially if she gets her EX, and you'll want to seek out Halloween Leela and Halloween Raryu, as well as the Exorcist card, as they're both, what am I saying both, there are 3 of them. All 3 are quite valuable assets, and if you haven't already noticed, they each have the special tokens, so you can get to pity if you need to and get what you need. Hoping it doesn't come to that point for you lot. Moving on to week 3. Jaden has been released, out into the wild. The villain, as it were, for Book 2. We're not sure what he really is as of yet, right? Book 2 is not set in stone. Only Kimi knows. Our generous overlords. Jaden shall release. And then the week after, his VC will release, but we'll get to that. Jaden will release, and he's quite the unique unit. He himself is a light gunner 100 cost unit, and his reach is quite insane. Further than that, he's a magic-based gunner. Think about the implications of that. A magic-based gunner for light that can reach halfway across the damn map. If you haven't seen a showcase of this unit, I highly suggest go looking up some content on YouTube from Japanese players, as Jaden's range is quite intense. He can hit all across the map if he has a proper setup, and basically annihilate the enemies, especially in conjunction with his own vision card. Moving onward, we'll get the good old daily 1 MR plus unit plus 9 goodies banner. And of course, I'm sure on the shop we'll see those bundles with about, 7 of those, whatever? Yes. We'll also see a rerun of the Crystal Chronicles 5-step banner with a guarantee card at the end. We can anticipate another paid banner wherein you'll have 5 guaranteed ER units with 1 reroll. And then another paid banner for vision cards, where you get to select 1 vision card. Step 2 is select 2 50 VC shards, and Step 3 is select 3 times 50 VC shards. Bahamut's not included in this, though that may also change for global. So if you've missed out on, say, Freezies, or if you need Black Rose Helena's card, or whatever vision card they may be lacking in, such as Rob Horns, well then this is going to be a time to strike the iron and get it while it's hot. Moving on to week 4, and what we may be able to anticipate with the 1.5 anniversary is Jaden's VC release. Jaden's VC, this is a huge necessity for him. This vision card allows him to absolutely annihilate with the buffs that it gives him. If I'm not mistaken, it gives him increased missile attack for light, it gives him all sorts of benefits, increased magic. I forget the specifics. I really regret not looking that up for the right in this video. I regret not looking at the right up, but basically it means that Jaden gets to sling his dick all over the opponent's face. There's also going to be another vision card paid banner where you can reroll once and you get 5 guaranteed UR cards for vision cards. And then another paid banner wherein you are guaranteed 1 UR unit per pull. You get 40 unit shards on the second pull, and 2 times 40 unit shards on the third pull, and you get to select which ones, of course. 100 cost units are not included. There'll be another paid banner. Steps 1 to 5. Step 1 will give you 1 guaranteed ER pull. Step 2 is free, and you get an MR plus pull. Step 3 is 1500 visual with 1 guaranteed ER pull. Step 4 is free, and Step 5 is going to be 1k paid viz with 1 guaranteed UR pool. So despite the fact that it's a lottery, as you can see Clashy Glacial is there, if she does come out to global, well, I mean, let's look at the cost here. It's 2, 3, 4.5k for 3 guaranteed UR units, as well as an MR plus free pull. So there's 5 total pulls for 4.5 viz. And that being paid, granted, it's still pretty good. There will also be a raid support banner. Who knows if we'll actually get the raid, but if we do, I hope we do get it. And I really, truly do hope we get that raid, and I hope we get Christmas clothing as well to come with that raid, because I'd love to see Tifa and 2B just annihilate everything in their path with said Christmas clothing. And then going forward, we can expect to see Victoria's EX debut unless they shuffle things around, because as you can see, the other EX unit will be Shadow Lynx and Ryryu. We already have Shadow Lynx EX in Global. We got her first for whatever reason. And Victoria was still waiting on. Personally, I like to see Glacial replace Victoria, but that's just me and I'm biased. But it's a 3-step as well. 600 Visual gets you 1 EX Flower, which I mean for some people that's quite worth it. Step 2 gets you 3 JP keys. No comment there. And Step 2 rather gets you 3 JP keys. And Step 3 for 2000 Viz gets you 40 Victoria Mind Spheres. So, overall, let's go over the value, shall we? Week 1 by far has quite the high amount of value as you'd expect for the festivities being released. Week 2? Week 2 has Venera Victoria, and if we get the EX variants, then quite lovely is what we can expect. Quite lovely times ahead of us, especially given the buffs that Water's gotten in Global. And there's not only that, but also the return of Exorcist, Leela, and Ryu. So you can expect to see more Ryu TMRs depending on where you are in the meta, or just in general. You can expect to see the return of these characters, and it's going to be quite hilarious to me. Week 3 and Week 4, I'm looking forward to personally, because I'm definitely going to go for Jaden and his VC, because I do like the concept of slaying dark units all across the map without having to use up AP. That's another thing about Jaden. He's basically a standing turret if you have him set up properly. He doesn't have to waste any AP on moving. CT, I'm sorry. He doesn't have to waste any CT on moving in any capacity. He can just stay there as a turret and fire away. meaning he gets more turns. So the higher his agility, the more turns he gets before the enemy gets. So that just means pew pew, I win. Everything else, pretty solid. I like the select VC one. I'm a fan of these pay to select a vision card and then pay to select a unit, then get their shards afterwards. I think that's a great thing for new and old players alike. The reroll paid banners I've always been a fan of. I may not roll this time around because I'm only really missing Velric from non-limiteds, and if they don't give stars, then it's pointless to me. Further than that, let's see what else. This paid banner is going to be great for newer players. If you're an older player and missing out on some units, this may be great too, but if they include Flashy Glaciella, I may just bite it as well. This paid banner, no comment. I won't go for it because, again, unless I don't get Velric, I won't go for it. This 5 UR guaranteed cards, since it gives soul stones, soul shards rather, I'm going to go for it. That's just me. But again, you're more than welcome to do it again. So recap, great banner for new players and old players alike considering it's free. Semi-Glacial, forget her, please pull for her because she's beautiful and has the Pero zone. The paid banner and this regular Vigeois banner are great for new players and old players alike. For new players, you'd of course want to start with the regular Vigeois one and then move on to the paid one. For older players, you may just want to stick to the paid one. And of course, the 5 guaranteed UR, which you can reroll to 5 times. Value, 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 but stop when you hit it, because if you don't stop when you hit it, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. If you fold them and you win, then great. If you hold them, you get what I'm saying. I'm sucking at this comparison, but basically, know when to stop. Don't be greedy. If you see something great that you've been waiting for, that you've been wanting, just stop there. There's that other paid VC banner, paid unit and VC banner, where you get 5 of each, so you can reroll once. Again, if you see something great on the first pull, don't reroll it because you may end up with about 5 Elder Rolls and 5 Sirens, which, well, you know. From there, great for new players, the paid Viz variant of guaranteed 10 UR units, and they even have the option of 5 guaranteed UR units. Same for Vision cards, great for you new players. And then of course the shard banners, great for new and old alike. Week 2, we'll see what happens with this banner that Global already has a card for. It's most likely going to be for Avia's. Paid banner where you're guaranteed 1 seasonal unit. I'm going to roll it and hope that I get HRR reuse so I don't have to go digging for him, or at least Exorcists. That'd be wonderful too. This one is a skip for me, but it may be beneficial for those who need lightning units desperately. If you don't have Xmas Marshalry, this may be worth it. Xmas Ramada is nothing to go write home about unless you are a collector, in which case go for it. Live your best life. This is definitely one banner I'd recommend pulling on, as in both Xmas Venera and Xmas Victoria are quite valuable units, and this vision card as well is also quite great for, I believe, water. Who knows what this is going to be replaced with, because Velia is permanent for America. I'm sorry, global. What am I saying? America doesn't run the world. This is a global unit, a global effort, and I do appreciate all the global players. And then, of course, this valuable banner in of itself with Exorcist, Halloween Leela, and Halloween Ryu. So definitely a few banners from Week 2 to look out for. Week 3, Jaden. I know next to nothing about the Crystal Chronicles card, if I'm being quite transparent with you. The paid VC card banner, wonderful. Chef's kiss, go for it. And then week 4, Jaden VC card. If you go for Jaden, even if you don't, this VC is just wonderful. And I do hope they have the paid variant. We can just buy it outright. They probably won't, though. Who knows? 5 UR cards guaranteed, with where you get soul stars, worth it. This one's solid for new players as a paid banner. This one I believe is value. It's what I want to say, because for 4.5k. You get 5 pulls, 2 of which are MR plus pulls granted, but you're guaranteed 1 UR unit. This is mainly more for new players, I'm sure. If they give us soul stars, then I'll probably bite. raid support, and then EX Victoria. So once more, this is what we may be able to look forward to with the 1.5 anniversary in Global, but time will tell and Gumi will be Gumi, so I'm excited to see what they give us because, as we all know, they're quite generous and quite lovable. So I really don't have much else to say or share. At this point, I want to thank you all for viewing my content. If you have any feedback, if you have any support, comments, anything, criticism even, please feel free to comment below. If you like what you see, please give me a like and share the content amongst your friends or little circles. I care not, but ultimately if you have criticism, please feel free to give it back to me. I don't mind it. In fact, I welcome it. Once more, this has been Dr. Dabbage. I thank you so much for your time, and I thank you for trusting me with your time. I do value the global player base, and I think you're all wonderful. And if anything, the one thing I think we should boycott is boycotting not having fun with the game. If you don't enjoy this game anymore, then just don't play it. It's not that hard. It's really an easy concept to just not play something that you don't enjoy. The same philosophy goes for any sort of other competitive game. I don't know why people can't wrap their head around that concept, but that's that and this is this. And this is Dr. Dabbage signing out. So thank you so much once more for your time, thank you for watching, thank you for existing, and have a wonderful life. Take care.